Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the trustees and staff of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya, I welcome all of you. Today we have gathered here to listen to a special talk on a well-known Marathi theatre singer, actor and producer, Natavarya Shri Bhalchandra Pendharkar, who was affectionately called as Anna Pendharkar. This special talk is celebrating his birth centenary. So to know more about him, we have today with us his son Shri Jnanesh Pendharkar and his nephew Shri Pratap Pararkar. The speakers are conducting this special talk in both English and Marathi languages. This program has been organized by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya in association with Lalit Kaladarsha with the support of the Jahangir Sabawala Foundation. A collection of photographs of Natavarya Shri Bhalchandra Pendharkar's performances from various plays have been received as a bequest to the CSMVS Museum. I would now like to introduce our speakers for today. Shri Jnanesh Pendharkar has earned his BA in music. He received his training in classical music under Pandit Govindrao Agni, Pandit Jal Balpuria, Pandit Firoz Dastur, Pandit Narayan Rao Bodas, and Pandit Yashwant Bua Joshi. He is also trained in the area of Marathi Natya Sangeet under Pandit Bhargav Ram Atsrikar, Pandit Ananta Damle, Pandit Ramdas Kamath, and Jnanesh Pendharkar's father, Natavarya Shri Bhalchandra Pendharkar. His gurus in theatre were Shri Daji Bhatavdekar and Shri Vidyadhar Gokhale. Jnanesh has played lead roles in the Marathi musical plays Bavan Khani, Saubhadra, Sanshay Kallol, Swayamvar, Pandit Raj Jagannath, Madanachi Manjiri, and Shapit Gandharv. He had also played the role of the singer in Pula Deshpande's prose play Sundar Mi Honar. He has given background music to prose as well as musical plays. Jnanesh has also composed background music for the TV serials in Marathi, Bhagya Vidhata, Ya Sukhanno Ya, Vahini Saheb, and Unsa Mazha Zhoka. Our second speaker for today is Shri Pratap Ramnath Pararkar. Pratap Pararkar is an electrical engineer by degree, a software professional by vocation, and is passionate about the arts, especially Marathi Sangeet Natak and Natya Sangeet. As Shri Bhalchandra Pendharkar's nephew, that is son of Shri Pendharkar's younger sister, he had a ringside seat to Marathi musical plays in the 70s and early 80s. He was fortunate to see Shri Bhalchandra Pendharkar bring two plays to stage, from the first reading through the rehearsals, the first show, and then many subsequent shows. These were the revival of the play Honaji Bala and the brand new Marathi Sangeet Natak Bavan Khani. I request the audiences to type their questions in the chat box, and the questions will then be addressed to the speakers after the talk. Now I request Shri Pratap Pararkar to begin his talk.
Thank you, Mrinalini, for the introduction. We would like to thank the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya and the Jahangir Sabawala Foundation for holding this talk. Let me start with the tradition of Marathi Sangeet Natak, which is the Nandi. Can we have the first slide, please? Next.
सप्तशूरधन कारित बोले सप्तशूरधन बोले गिरिजेची वीणा, गिरिजेची वीणा. जय परमेश्वर गौरी शंकर, जय परमेश्वर गौरी शंकर, जय गौरी गमना.
So that was a Nandi from the play Jai Jai Gauri Shankar. And Marathi Sangeet Natak always started with a Nandi and invocation to Lord Shiva, with the red curtain as you see, and the mahol, the environment was heady with the aroma of dhoop, incense, and then the curtain would open and the play would begin. What we see in front of us now is the logo of Lalit Kala Darsha. Lalita Kala Darsha is a Marathi theatre company that was founded on the 1st of January 1908. This logo has a lot of thought put to it when it was created. Lalita Kala Darsha, the name was suggested by Siddharud Swami of Hubli, in whose presence the company was founded, and it was meant to be invoking the fine arts, the Lalita Kala, and hoping that they would be presented ideally. The lotus was for the richness of the arts, the elephant was for longevity of the company, and the clock was a reminder that Lalita Kala's plays would always start on time, so much so that you could set your watch by when the curtain went up on a Lalit Kala play. Next slide, please. Lalit Kala Darsha was founded by Shri Keshavrao Bhosle on 1st January 1908. He was an acclaimed actor and a singer, and as was common in those days, he also played women's roles. Next slide. So here we have pictures of Keshavrao Bhosle in two roles. On the left is a picture of him playing Indumati in the play Damini. Lalit Kala Darsha was very innovative and progressive right from the beginning. This play Damini was written by a lady, Shrimati Pednekar, and it was the first time that a play written by a lady was presented on stage. On the right side, we see Keshavrao playing Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in the play Shah Shivaji. There is a funny anecdote about this, that when the advertisement was made that Lalit Kala was to present Shah Shivaji with Keshavrao as Shivaji Maharaj, and he was known for his singing. So there was a bit of a buzz that we knew about Shivaji Maharaj's exploits, his sword fighting and so on. But did he sing? And was Keshavrao going to sing on stage? After the first show, the reviews came out saying, we don't know if Shivaji Maharaj actually sang, but if he did, it would have been like Keshavrao. Next slide, please. This picture is of a landmark event in Marathi theatre history. This is from the stage show of the play Manapman, with Keshavrao Bhosle on the left playing the hero Dhairyadhar, and the legendary Bal Gandharva playing the female lead of Bhamini. This show was held in 1921 as a fundraiser for the Lokmanya Tilak Memorial Fund, and at that time it had raised 21,000 rupees. A coincidence also was that Keshavrao and Balagandharva were accompanied on the organ by Shri Bapurao Pendharkar. I will now turn it over to Jnanesh to speak about Bapurao. Next slide.
नमस्कार, मी ज्ञानेश पेंढारकर. मगाशी प्रतापने सांगितलं की लोगो बद्दल जे बोलला, वेळेत सुरू करणं ललित कला दर्शक. आय थिंक की हा कार्यक्रम सुद्धा अतिशय वेळेत सुरू झालेला आहे, 5:30 सुरू झालेला आहे. आता जे आपण स्लाइड बघतो, फोटो बघत आहोत, ते माझे आजोबा बापूराव पेंढारकर. त्यांचं खरं नाव व्यंकटेश बळवंत पेंढारकर. 1921 ते 1937 सालापर्यंत त्यांनी ललित कला दर्शाची धुरा वाहिली आणि अतिशय अल्प वयात ते गेले. पण केशवांची ललित कला दर्श ही त्यांनी फार जोखमीने आणि फार हिमतीने चालवली. नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट प्रताप.
Yes. So this picture is from the play Haच मुलाचा बाप. It was a play on the very burning topic of the day, dowry. But Mama Varelkar, the playwright, wrote it in a very fun way. And the interesting coincidence is that the hero, Dr. Gulab, which is the second person on the left wearing the suit and the hat, this role was played by Keshavrao Bhosle, then by our grandfather Bapurao Pendharkar, and later by Shri Bhalachandra Pendharkar also. Next slide. Bapurao was also a very innovative, progressive producer and actor. At that time, he had his car and he drove it himself, which was quite a unique thing at the time. He had also produced a bilingual film. In Marathi, it was Vijayachi Lagne, and in Hindi, it was Shadi Ka Mamla. It starred him and the very famous actress of those days, Hamsa Wadkar. Incidentally, the film Bhumika, with Smita Patil in the lead, was based on her life story. Unfortunately, Bapurao Pendharkar passed away very young at the age of 42 in 1937. When he passed away, Bhalachandra Pendharkar was just 16 years old. Next slide. This is the picture of Guru Pandit Ramakrishna Bua Wazhe. He was the doyen of the Gwalior Gharana. And another wonderful coincidence was that he was the guru for all three of them, Keshavrao Bhosle, Bapurao Pendharkar, and then Bhalachandra Pendharkar. His style of singing was very aggressive. It required a lot of energy. And he was the music composer for all of Lalit Kala Darsha's plays, for which Keshavrao had produced and then Bapurao had produced. Ganesh?
नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन वर. हा फोटो आहे भालचंद्र पेंढारकर यांचा वयाच्या दुसऱ्या वर्षी काढलेला. त्यांच्या बाजूला एक फोटो लहानसा डॉग आहे. झिली नावाची त्यांच्याकडे आमच्याकडे एक फिमेल डॉग होती. आणि ह्या फोटोला त्यावेळी बेस्ट लहान मुलाचं चित्र, छायाचित्र म्हणून प्राइज मिळालेलं होतं. जर आपण या फोटोला झूम केलं, आपल्याला झूम करता येईल का या फोटोला प्रताप?
Can we zoom into the picture, please, if possible? नाही, ह्याच्यात झूम होत नाहीये.
ओके ओके. त्या काळातले त्या काळातले जे दागिने लहान मुलांचे होते ते त्यांच्या पायात तुम्हाला दिसतील. पायातले, हातातले कडी दिसतील, वाळा दिसतील आणि गळ्यामध्ये वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे चेन्स आहेत. आज ह्या गोष्टी आपल्याला पाहायला मिळत नाहीत. आणि हा कोइन्सिडन्स असा होता, 25 नोव्हेंबर 1921 साली बापूराव पेंढारकरांकडे ललित कला दर्शेची मालकी आली आणि त्याच दिवशी माझ्या वडिलांचा, म्हणजे जे आपण चित्र पाहतो भालचंद्र पेंढारकर यांचा जन्म झालेला आहे. आणि हा एक मोठा कोइन्सिडन्स आपण म्हणू शकतो. नेक्स्ट.
So Anna was associated literally with Lalita Kala right from the date of his birth, because the ownership of Lalit Kala came to Bapurao Pendharkar the day Anna was born. He was only 16 when Bapurao passed away. He had the responsibility of his family, which was his grandmother, his mother, and 3 younger sisters. He immediately started his musical training with Wazhe Bua, and then after that he kept staging plays, the older Lalit Kala plays, and the first show he put up, next slide please, was at the age of 21, where he staged the play Satte Se Gulam. which was made famous by his father. The show was a houseful show because Bapurao Pendharkar's fans and Lalit Kala Darsha's fans wanted to see what Bapurao's son looked like, acted like, sang like, and they also wanted to see whether Lalita Kala would continue with its glorious tradition. So this was Anna's first appearance on stage, the picture that we see. Next slide. Jnanish.
हा जो फोटो आहे वधू परीक्षा या नाटकातला आहे 1947. त्यावेळी त्याच्याबरोबर ज्या बाई झोपलेल्या आहेत ती माझी आई आहे. त्यावेळी त्यांचं नाव होतं मालती नाफडे. आणि या फोटोचा एक गंमत सांगता येईल आपल्याला की या नाटकामध्ये माझी आई जी आहे ती वडिलांनी जे काम केलेलं होतं ते राजकुमारचं असतं आणि माझी आई त्यांच्या प्रेमात पडते. तेव्हा वडील म्हणतात की तू पाण्यात विहिरीत उडी मारशील का, माझ्या तुझं खरं प्रेम येतं. आणि आई माझी विहिरीमध्ये उडी मारते आणि ऍक्च्युली पाण्यात पडल्यानंतर पुन्हा ओलत्याने बाहेर यायचं होतं, पण माझी आई तयार नव्हती संपूर्ण अंग भिजून घेण्यासाठी. तेव्हा माझ्या आजोबांची म्हणजे आईच्या वडिलांची स्पेशल परवानगी घेऊन त्या काळी ज्यांनी हे प्रयोग लावले, नाटक लावलं होतं, डॉक्टर भालेराव, अना भालेराव, त्या काळचे मोठे डॉक्टर होते. त्यांनी त्या विहिरीच्या मागे लपले होते आणि आई जशी आईने उडी विहिरीमध्ये मारली तिला उचललं आणि एका मोठ्या टब मध्ये बुचकळलं आणि तिला पुन्हा बाहेर काढलं आणि वरती तिला पाठवून दिलं. आई एवढी चिडली होती. त्याच्यानंतर वडिलांचा डायलॉग होता की त्रिवेणी डोळे उघड, डोळे उघड. पण आई डोळे उघडायला कबूलच नव्हती, इतका तिला राग आला होता. आणि वडिलांना कळे ना आता काय करावं. शेवटी वडिलांनी सांगितलं मी पाया पडतो पण आता तरी डोळे उघड. मग आई रागाने तिने डोळे उघडले. त्याच्यानंतर वडिलांचं एक लव्ह सॉन्ग होतं, पण आईने थ्रू आउट त्या सीन मध्ये इतकी चिडली होती आणि संपूर्ण ओली झालेली होती, तिला ते जराही आवडलं नव्हतं. पण शेवटी तो प्रयोग झाला.
नेक्स्ट. While Anna was performing these plays, he also started acting in Marathi cinema. His first film was in 1948, Ti Ani Te, and it was directed by Nandu Khote, whom all of us would know as the father of the actor Viju Khote. The next film was Amar Bhupari, the famous film directed by Shri V. Shantaram, in which Anna played the role of Bala. It was during the making of Amar Bhupari that Anna met the music director Vasanta Desai, and then they had a long association going forward. His third film was Sudamyace Pohe in 1958, which was directed by K. Dhaibar, who was one of the 4 people who were part of the Prabhat Film Studios. And in that, Anna had the starring role of Sudama, Lord Krishna's friend. Next. Jnanish.
1942 ते 1955 सालापर्यंत माझे वडील भजचंद्र पेंढारकर सर्व जुनी नाटकं पारंपरिक म्हणजे केशवराव भोसलेंनी, माझ्या आजोबांनी और परंपरेने जी नाटकं चालू होती, सोभद्र, स्वयंवर, शारदा वगैरे हीच नाटकं करत होती. पण त्यांच्या असं लक्षात आलं की आपल्याला ललित कला चालवायची जर असेल तर काहीतरी नवीन नाटकं काढायला पाहिजे. म्हणून 1956 साली स्वामिनी या कादंबरीवरती उबा भावे यांचं नाटक त्यांनी संगीत स्वामिनी हे नाटक आणलं. आणि ते सामाजिक नाटक होतं, कॉस्ट्युम प्ले नव्हता. आणि त्यावेळी थोडी पैशाची अडचण असल्यामुळे एका सेटवरती हे 3 अंकी संगीत नाटक झालं आणि ते नाटक खूप चाललं. कारण वेगळ्या धर्ती तोपर्यंत कसं होतं की सगळी संगीत नाटकं ही कॉस्ट्युम प्ले असायची. काही रांगणेकरांची कॅज्युअल ड्रेसमध्ये नाटकं होती नाही असं नाही, पण हे नाटक त्या काळात खूप चाललं. त्याचं नाव स्वामी आणि पहिलं ललित कलाचं अण्णांच्या कारकिर्दीतलं नवीन नाटक.
नेक्स्ट. Anna also played Bala again in the play Honaji Bala, which was produced by the Mumbai Marathi Sahitya Sangha, led by Dr. Anna Bhalerao that Jnanish mentioned earlier. I think this must be one of the rare, if not the only example where the same actor played the same role both on screen and on stage. In this picture, we have Anna as Bala with Leela Mehta as Gunavati. Next. This is Pandit Raj Jagannath, Anna's magnum opus. He waited for 2 years to put this play on stage because he wanted the music director Vasanta Desai to compose the music. And its star cast was the famous names of Marathi stage at that time. There was Shri Mama Pendse as Emperor Shah Jahan, Mangala Sansgiri as his adopted daughter Lavangika, Anna himself as Jagannath Pandit, Shri Prasad Saukar as Lavangika's music teacher, Master Dattaram as one of the people in Shah Jahan's court. This story is based on a real story of Jagannath Pandit, who was a Vidwan, a Sanskrit scholar from Karnataka, who was in the court of Emperor Shah Jahan, and he fell in love with Lavangika, and then they got married and moved to Varanasi. The playwright was Shri Vidyadhar Gokhale, who had a phenomenal command over Marathi, Sanskrit, and Urdu. So the play is peppered with a lot of Urdu also. Can we please click on it? We have a music clip here. Next. This play not only was a musical, but it also had dance in it. And here we have Srimati Lalita Kenkre playing Kalia, and Guru Parvati Kumar was the choreographer for this play. This was, Anna spared no expense on the sets, on the costumes, and at that time, the cost of this play was 25,000 rupees. So it was a phenomenal production. It was a super hit. The songs became very popular. Next. Anna took his this play and other plays on a landmark all India tour, a never before thing done. And in Delhi, then Defense Minister Shri Yashwantrao Chauhan, this was sometime around 63, Yashwantrao Chauhan had invited Prime Minister Nehru to the play. And there is an interesting anecdote to tell here. Next slide. The play was to start at 6, and Prime Minister Nehru indicated that he was going to be late. Anna, in keeping with the tradition that was embodied in the Lalita Kala Darsha logo, brought the curtain up at 6, started the play. And Prime Minister Nehru came in late. He sat through the first act, and during the interval, he told Anna, "Aap hamare liye ruke nahi." So Anna's answer to him was, "Just like you are accountable to the people of the country, I am accountable to my audience, and this is the tradition of my company from my father and Keshav Rao that we always start our play on time." The Prime Minister much appreciated his dedication to his craft. Next. Ganesh. Can we click here, please? There is a...
हा जो फोटोग्राफ आपण पाहत आहोत जय जय गौरी शंकर ह्या नाटकातला आहे. 1966 साली या नाटकाचा पहिला प्रयोग झाला. मंगेशीच्या विषयावरती हे नाटक होतं. हे नाटक खूप चाललं. अप्रॉक्सिमेटली 2500 हा ते प्रयोग झाले असावेत. आणि याच्यामध्ये अण्णांनी नारदाची भूमिका केलेली होती आणि आमच्या आजोबांची नारदाची भूमिका गाजली होती, तशीच वडिलांचीही नारदाची भूमिका गाजलेली होती. याच्यामध्ये मध्ये जे बसलेले आहेत दिसत आहेत ते श्री राम मराठे आहेत. त्यांच्या बाजूला ज्या बसलेल्या आहेत त्या लीलावती गडकर. नेक्स्ट.
So this is Anna in his role of Narad. Anna had a few roles that he put his stamp on. Narad was one of them. Shrimanta in Sharada was another, and Digu in his other hit play, which we will look at later, was the third one. Next. This is how the boards were. This is from sometime in the late 60s. This is how the boards used to be outside the theaters, indicating that the show was a houseful show. Next. For two plays, Shabas Birbal Shabas and Geeta Gati Jnaneshwar, Anna collaborated with Shri Nana Saheb Shirgopikar. Shabas Birbal Shabas was about Emperor Akbar and Birbal. In this picture, you see Anna as Birbal, Nana Saheb Shirgopikar as Akbar, and Malati Pendharkar, Anna's wife, as Akbar's wife. Nana Saheb Shirgopikar was phenomenal at what then we used to call trick scenes. So in this play, you see the curtain of the elephant with the elephant's picture. And the scene is that Birbal has promised to bring an elephant into the palace. And then, next slide. Next slide, please. The curtain drops and we actually see a life-sized elephant on the stage. And this elephant was entirely the creation of Nana Saheb. And then within 30 seconds, the elephant gets fully decorated on a challenge from Akbar to Birbal. We have a video about that later. It used to be fascinating watching this on stage. Next. The Zhala Ananta Hanumanta was a prose play written by Shri Vijay Tendulkar. Lalit Kala Darsha always had a tradition of Sangeet Natak. However, keeping up with the progressive and innovative tradition of Lalit Kala, Anna also brought prose plays to stage, including this play by Shri Vijay Tendulkar. Next. Then Akasha Ganga was a science fiction play in which we see Anna and Malati Pendharkar in the lead roles. Next. Ganesh.
हे जे छायाचित्र आपण पाहत आहोत ते बहुरूपी हा खेळ असा या नाटकातला आहे. या नाटकाचं असं वैशिष्ट्य होतं की सुरुवातीला सर्व कलाकारांची आणि ही स्टोरी आहे नाटकाची ती चौपाटीच्या ग्राउंड वरती झालेली गोष्ट आहे. चौपाटी ही एक म्हणजे आयुष्याची ग्राउंड असं धरलेलं आणि वेगळी स्टोरी होती. आणि जिकडे ती फिल्म संपते तो शेवटचा जो शॉट होता तो तसा स्टेजवरती लोकांना दिसायचा. आणि त्याचं संपूर्ण म्हणजे ते काम जे नेपथ्य केलं होतं पुश्री काळे यांनी, म्हणजे बप्पू काळे यांचे वडील. आणि एक वेगळाच प्रयोग या नाटकामध्ये केलेला होता. म्हणजे प्रोजेक्शन या नाटकामध्ये होतं. त्या काळामध्ये 16 mm फिल्म दाखवली जायची. आमचं सर्वांचं शूटिंग चौपाटीच्या रीतीमध्ये आम्ही खेळतो वगैरे असं सगळं केलेलं होतं. आणि शेवटी नाटकाचा हिरो टिळकांच्या पुतळ्याजवळ येतो आणि तिकडे हात जोडतो आणि सेम शॉट जिकडे संपतो तसं दृश्य पुश्री काळेंनी स्टेजवरती उभं केलं होतं. नेक्स्ट.
This was another of Anna's super hit plays written by Shri Bal Kolhatkar, Duritanse Timirajao, in which Anna played the role of Digambar, Digu, who is a mentally challenged man. And you can see from the costume, the way he stands, the way he holds his hands. He was so intense in this role that a number of his fans, especially those who were doctors, requested him to cut down on the number of shows because they were very concerned that it might affect his mental health. Of course, this play had a very successful run on stage. And if we click, we have Anna singing one of the songs from this.
जीवन सुख दुःखाची जाई त्यात लटकले मानव कोळी एकाने दुसऱ्या सगळावे एकाने दुसऱ्या सगळावे हाच जगाचा न्याय खरा हीच जगाची परंपरा तू जपून टाक पाऊल जरा.
And this play, the first show was in 1958 and the last show was in 1998. So for 40 years, Anna played Digu in it. And after that, in 2002, he reprised the role once more for a video film made of the play. Next. Rattanako Prema Have was a play with a Chinese theme written by Shri Khare. And in the picture, you see Anna with his makeup, Anna as the producer, as the leading man of Lalit Kala, this time chose to not play the lead role and played a very negative role. On the left, you see Suhas Joshi. Suhas Joshi, this was her debut on the stage. She was an NSD graduate. And this was her first role. And this was directed by Shri Kamlakar Sontakke, who played the lead role and was also an NSD graduate. Next. Anandi Gopal. This was about the very famous lady doctor Anandibai Joshi, Maharashtra's first woman doctor who went to Philadelphia to study. And here we see Dr. Kashinath Ghanekar playing Gopal Rao Joshi. And this is the younger Anandibai, but the older Anandibai Joshi was played again by Suhas Joshi. This play was also very well received. Next. Let's go back one, please. So Anna played Bala in the film Amar Bhupari. He played Bala again in Sahitya Sangha's production of Honaji Bala. And in the early 80s, Sahitya Sangha revived Honaji Bala, and again Anna played Bala, this time with Shri Ramdas Kamath as Honaji and Maya Jadhav as Gunavati. So not only did he play the role in the film, but both in the original play and in the revival, he reprised the same role. Next. Bavan Khani was Anna's last new production for Lalit Kala Darsha. It was written by Shri Vidyadhar Gokhale. The music was composed by Shri Yashwanta Dev. And the set was designed by Shri Durga Godse, following the principles from Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra. There was only one set, the entire play takes place on that. It was a musical with a lot of dance involved. And here we have Anna as Khando Shankar and Fayyaz playing opposite him. We have an audio clip here. Oh, I'm sorry. We have the audio clip in a video later on. Sorry. Next slide, please. Yanesh.
हा जो फोटो आहे हा 1958 सालचा आहे. ललित कला दर्शाच्या सुवर्ण महोत्सव 50 वर्ष. ऍक्च्युली 1933 साली माझ्या आजोबांनी रौप्य महोत्सव म्हणजे 25 वर्ष झाली म्हणून साजरा केला होता सांगलीला. त्याच्यानंतर हा 58 साली मुंबईला साजरा केला होता. याचं वैशिष्ट्य असं होतं की याची सुरुवात म्युझिकल गाण्याने झाली होती. म्हणजे ज्ञानेश्वर महाराजांचे दुरितांचे तिमिर जावो विश्वस्वधर्मी ही जे गाणं होतं, याला चाल लावून अख्खा फिल्म ऑर्केस्ट्रा स्टेजवरती आणला होता आणि स्वतः वसंतराव देसाईंनी तो कंडक्ट केला होता. आणि त्या कार्यक्रमाची सुरुवात या गाण्यांनी झाली होती, दुरितांचे तिमिर जावो. नेक्स्ट.
ज्ञानेश.
त्याच्यानंतर 1950 नंतर 1968 साली ललित कला दर्शनाला 60 वर्ष पूर्ण झाली. अमृत महोत्सव, त्याचा संपूर्ण महिनाभर मुंबईमध्ये वेगवेगळे प्रयोग झाले होते आणि त्याच काळाला कोयनाचा भूकंप झाला होता. तरी माझे वडील भाजपा पेंढारकर डबकले नाही आणि तो संपूर्ण कार्यक्रम छान तयार केला. आणि या कार्यक्रमाचं संपूर्ण निवेदन आय थिंक पु ल देशपांडेंनी यांनी केलेलं होतं. आणि
नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. हा ज्ञानेश बोल.
त्या कार्यक्रमाचं संपूर्ण निवेदन हे पु ल देशपांडेंनी केलेलं होतं. वसंतराव देसाई पण त्या कार्यक्रमात मुख्य कामगिरी त्यांनी निभावलेली होती. आणि त्यावेळी त्यांनी मला ही जी माझ्या हा माझा लहानपणाचा फोटो आहे, माझ्या हातामध्ये तंबोरी मला प्रेझेंट केलेली होती, ती अजूनही माझ्याकडे. आणि चंदनाचा हार माझ्या गळ्यात घातला होता कारण त्यांचं गाणं मी नाटकामध्ये म्हटलेलं होतं, रमारमण श्रीरंग, जे मगाशी तुम्ही ऐकलं.
नेक्स्ट. ज्ञानेश.
या महोत्सवामध्ये अण्णांनी अजून एक प्रयोग केला होता, सौभद्र नाटक. याला त्यांनी संगीतिका केली आणि त्याचं काव्य म्हणजे जे प्रोज वाक्य होती त्याला काव्यामध्ये रूपांतर केलं गदी माडगुळकर यांनी. आणि त्याला चाली लावल्या होत्या, म्हणजे प्रोज वाक्यांची जे काव्य केलं होतं त्याला चाली लावल्या होत्या वसंतराव देसाईंनी. आणि ओरिजिनल चाल आणि नवीन चाल इतकी मर्ज केली होती की लोकांना कळेच ना की कुठली चाल ओरिजिनल आहे. मागे तुम्ही जे ग्रस्त तुम्हाला दिसत आहेत गदिमांच्या मागे, ते आहेत रंगभूमीवरती एक मोठे कलावंत मामा पेंडसे. नेक्स्ट.
And this picture is also from the Diamond Jubilee celebrations. This was Jnanesh's debut on screen at Birla Matoshri. In Jai Jai Gauri Shankar, Anna played Narad, and this time Jnanesh walked in as Chota Narad, singing Anna's famous song Jai Jai Rama Ramana Shri Ranga. Next. Lalit Kala Darsha celebrated its platinum jubilee in 1983. Anna decided to go back to Hubli to the Siddharud Swami Mutt, where the company was founded. So this picture is of Siddharud Swami from Hubli, from the Mutt. Next. This was a grand event, and from Mumbai, we had a whole train coach full of artists from Marathi theatre as well as the music world. Here you see Malati Pendharkar with Gangubai Hangal, Krishnabai Hangal. We had Vasantrao Deshpande, Jaimalabai Shiledar, Kirti Shiledar. Pretty much all the big names of Suhasini Molgaonkar was there. All the big names of Marathi theatre were there. The music after the event at the puja at the Mutt, the music program that started around 7 p.m. continued all night till 6 a.m. the next morning. And for me, a highlight was a very young Kirti Shiledar singing Shankara Bharnam. She brought the house down with Shankara Bharnam, and so much the audience loved it so much that they demanded and got a once more. And that was my first experience of the very famous concept of once mores or encores that Marathi Sangeet Rangabhoomi was famous for. The program was compared by Vasantrao Deshpande, who also sang in it. Next. After that, the celebrations moved to Mumbai, And this is from Birla Matoshri Sabhagruha opposite Bombay Hospital. Next. The 90th year celebrations happened in 1998. So here we have Anna welcoming everyone to the celebration. Next. A highlight of this was a reunion of Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar, Shri Chittaranjan Kolhatkar, who is sitting between her and Anna. The background to this is before in the 40s, Lata Mangeshkar's father, Shri Dinanath Mangeshkar, was a very famous singer-actor on Marathi stage. So Anna and Lata Mangeshkar had collaborated on the play Bhavabandhan, where Anna had the main lead, Latabai played the heroine, and Chittaranjan Kolhatkar, he played Ghanashyam. They did 11 shows together as a co-production, and after that Mahal was released, and the rest, as we say, is history. And Marathi stage's loss was the gain not just of Hindi cinema but of the music world. Next. So here we have the three of them reminiscing. There is also a video of this, a very interesting conversation where playwright Shri Khare talked to the three of them and jogged their memories about what happened in the play and how it went. And behind Latabai, you can see a picture of Shri Dinanath Mangeshkar. Next. Ganesh.
ज्याप्रमाणे अण्णांनी 1958 साली सुवर्ण महोत्सव, 68 साली हिरक महोत्सव आणि 1982 ला त्यांनी अमृत महोत्सव, 82-83 ला अमृत महोत्सव केला. त्याचप्रमाणे 1907, 2007 आणि 8 ला शतक महोत्सव केला. यशवंत नाट्य मंदिरला तो महोत्सव सादर करण्यात आला आणि त्याचंच हे फोटो.
नेक्स्ट. गणेश.
त्या महोत्सवामध्ये वेगवेगळी नाटकं झाली होती. सौभद्र, माणिक मोती, त्याच्यानंतर ललित गान म्हणून एक संपूर्ण कार्यक्रम झाला होता. ललित कला दर्शन नाटकांनी जेवढी नाटकं केली त्यातले प्रवेश, गाणी, असा एक संपूर्ण मिक्स कार्यक्रम झाला.
नेक्स्ट. गणेश.
या कार्यक्रमाला अध्यक्ष विलासराव देशमुख त्यावेळेचे मुख्यमंत्री होते, ते मुख्य अध्यक्ष होते आणि तिकडे अण्णा बसलेले आणि कार्यक्रमाच्या उद्घाटनाला विलासराव स्वतः आले होते. तो हा फोटो आहे.
नेक्स्ट. 10 artists were felicitated as part of the centenary celebrations, and one of them was Shri Shashi Kapoor. He was felicitated for his tremendous work in theatre as an actor as well as for Prithvi Theatres. But an interesting coincidence is that Anna's wife Malati Pendharkar had acted opposite Shashi Kapoor in theatre way back at the beginning. Next. This was Anna's last performance on stage during the centenary celebration. He played Shrimanta, which was one of his trademark roles in the play Sharada. Next. So far we saw Anna as an actor, singer, producer. Here we see him as a family man, and this was welcoming everyone to the 90th year celebrations. We have Anna, his wife Malati Pendharkar, his children Prasad, Girija and Nyanesh, and his daughters-in-law Pratibha and Neelakshi. Next. This is a candid photograph of Anna as family man at home, and the little boy there is his youngest grandson Rishikesh. Anna was a fun person off stage at home. Whenever he didn't have shows or was not traveling, dinner was always together. Dinner time conversations were fun. He had a passion beyond theatre and music. He had a passion for cricket, for politics, and of all the things, the Indian Railways. Every time a new timetable was released for the long distance trains, he would go and get it. He would pretty much know it by heart. He knew how the system worked. Like, for example, I learned about the concept of up trains and down trains from him. Another thing that was very common after dinner was he enjoyed a game of Chinese checkers or some card games at home. Next. The cliche that behind every successful man is a woman was so true for the two of them. Malati Pendharkar, who was formerly Malati Nafde, they got married in 1948 and they were married for 63 years. Next. She was an actress in her own right. This is an old picture of her from the film Tufani Swar. She acted in many plays, both in under the Lalit Kala Darsha banner and others too. Next. One of her very successful plays was written by Shri Shanna Naure and produced under the Abhijat banner of Shri Ananta Kane. It was Guntata Hridaya Hai, based on the Mahananda story. Dr. Ghanekar, Asha Kaye played the lead roles. Initially Padma Chauhan and then Ashalata Wabgaonkar played Mahananda's mother, and Malati Pendharkar played Dr. Ghanekar's mommy in this. So this picture is at the 700th show, which was a big deal to have 700 shows, where Shri Amitabh Bachchan was the chief guest and was handing over the memento for that 700th show to Malati Pendharkar. Next. This is yet another side to Anna, and not very well known of Anna the archivist. He loved gadgets of all kinds. He had a fully equipped recording studio in the Mumbai Marathi Sahitya Sangha in a room above the main stage, where he had recorders with 8-inch spools like the one we see in the picture. He has recorded almost 350 plays as well as other programs that were held in the Sahitya Sangha. And fortunately, all of these have now been digitized. And thanks to the efforts of Dr. Bal Bhale Rao of the Sahitya Sangha, they are in the safekeeping of the Sahitya Sangha. Each of these recordings were meticulously documented by him, indicating what was the program, who were the performers, what was the date, even who were the accompanists. Similarly, the pictures that we have seen here are a small part of his collection of photographs, equally meticulously documented. Something we found out only after he passed away was he was also an avid diary writer. Again, in his his beautiful handwriting and with amazing amount of detail. It is beyond family information. It is a wonderful window into Marathi theatre of the 60s and the 70s. Next. The backstage workers are the unseen magicians behind the stage. They come around 2 hours before the play starts, and they stay back at least an hour after the play ends to put everything away. Anna was always aware of the work they did and helped to form their organization. This is a picture of the backstage workers from Lalit Kala Darsha for the play Bawan Khani. Next. Anna wrote his biography it was published in 1968, and it was addressed to Jnanesh. It was written by the very famous Marathi author Shri Vapu Kaye, and as Jnanesh mentioned, he was the son of Shri Pushri Kaye, who had done the set design for all of Lalit Kala's plays since Keshav Rao Bhosle. This was republished in 2017. And Zapuna Taka Paul are the words of the song that we heard from Duritanse Timirazao. This biography was addressed to Jnanesh, and it was kind of telling him about the path of theatre and the pitfalls in it, and how it was kind of him teaching Jnanesh about the world of theatre. Next. During the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, the Chowk in Mumbai next to Opera House and opposite the Tribhuvandas Zaveri showroom was named Lalita Kala Darsha Chowk. Next to Anna on the left is Shri Damasu Kathankar, who was the Municipal Commissioner of Mumbai. Next. This is the board on the day of the inauguration. We can see the Western Railway line at the back, and towards the left is Charni Road Station. Next. Anna was awarded the Sangeet Natak Academy Award by President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in 2003 for his service to theatre. Next. Films division has produced a documentary on Anna titled Bhalachandra Pendharkar. It is an hour long and it is directed by Viren Pradhan. It premiered at the Pune International Film Festival in 2019 and it was aired on Doordarshan Sahyadri channel on 25th November 2020 at the start of his birth centenary year. Films division will be making this public in some time so that everyone can watch it. This is the end of the slideshow part of our presentation today. We are next going to look at a few video clips. The first video clip that we are going to look at is from the play Shabas Birbal Shabas. I had mentioned about the elephant, how it got caparisoned, and we wanted to show you the kind of innovative things that were done on stage under the Lalit Kala banner by Shri Bhalachandra Pendharkar. So can we please play the clip?
आमची मनीषा कोण तू काही शिकली आता हजीच्या पोशातल्या वाहतो या हत्या गाडीने सजवून म्हटलं यावेळी तुझी निवड पाहिजे अशी आमची इच्छा आहे अशी आमची इच्छा
The next clip we are going to see is from the play Honaji Bala. A Lavani is normally performed by a woman, but during the writing and rehearsals of the play, Anna suggested to the producer and the playwright that perhaps he could perform one Lavani as a Baithakichi Lavani, where there is no dance, but there is a lot of expression and emotion. One of the things I would like to mention about Sangeet Natak is that it is quite challenging because you go from prose, from dialogues into song, retaining the mood. You have to express the emotion through the song. And after the song is over, you go back into prose, continuing the mood. And I would dare say that Anna was one of the best performers of this talent of expressing emotion through song. So in this Baithakichi Lavani from Honaji Bala, we are going to see Malati Pendharkar and Bhalachandra Pendharkar, where Anna performs this Baithakichi Lavani Sakhya Sajanare. Can we play it, please?
Sangu,
An interesting anecdote about Lalita Kaladarsha and the other very famous play Katyar Ka Azad Bhusli, that the first show of Katyar was staged during the Diamond Jubilee celebrations, and the last show was held during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Katyar was also made into a very popular film with Shankar Mahadevan starring in it and composing some of the additional music to it. After having watched that film, I was of the strong belief that Anna's Panditraj Jagannath so lends itself to be made into a film, or given that we are in the OTT world now, into a web series, because it has all the emotions, the rasa, that make a play or a film very fulfilling, satisfying. There is scope for music, there is scope for dance, and it is also based on a historical story. So I do hope that some creative person gets inspired to do something like that. And today is Anna's 6th death anniversary. He lived a very full and enriching life. And the last clip that we are going to see is from the 100th anniversary celebrations, where Anna thanked the audience for their support to him and to Lalit Kala. So can we play that clip, please?
कितनी वर्दिया नेत्र जरा सा महिमा
Oh, I'm I'm sorry, I mentioned the wrong clip. That was Anna and Fayyaz in the play Bavankhand. And now we will look at Anna's last speech, his thank you to all the supporters, the audience, the fans of Lalit Kala Darsha and himself. This was his speech at the centenary celebrations of Lalit Kala. And with him on stage, we also see Shri Mohan Wagh, who was also a very successful producer under the brand Chandralekha. So here is Anna saying thank you.
माझ्यावरती आणि ललित कला दर्शवरती प्रेम करणारे सर्व रसिको, मी कृतज्ञ आहे, पूर्ण समाधानी आहे. नमस्कार.
We would like to, Gyanesh and I would like to thank the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya and the Jahangir Sabawala Foundation for this opportunity to present Anna's life and work. Thank you. Mrinalini?
Yes. Now we have a very interesting question for both the speakers. Either of you could answer the question. It's basically whether all the productions were recorded. I mean, all as you said that Shri Anna Pendharkar was an archivist. So he has a collection of these recordings and photographs of the different plays. So in case somebody wants to do research on these kind of recordings and photographs, so where will this be available to the researcher is the question.
Okay. The audio and video recordings, there are, like I mentioned, 350 of them. They are not just Lalit Kala Darsha's plays, but other plays from the Marathi theatre, both Sangeet and prose. For example, there is this very beautiful recording of the play Matsya Gandha with Shri Ramdas Kamat and Ashalata Vabgaonkar. So these are thanks to Dr. Bal Bhalerao and his efforts. They are in the safekeeping and custody of the Mumbai Marathi Sahitya Sangha in Girka. And anyone can consult with them and go and have a look at these. The photographs, some of these have been given to the Mumbai the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya. Others are in the custody of, are in the safekeeping of the family right now.
मला श्री ज्ञानेश पेंढारकरांना एक प्रश्न विचारायचा वाटतो की जे छायाचित्र तुम्ही म्युझियमला भेट म्हणून दिलेले आहेत, तर त्याच्यामध्ये व्यवस्थित लेबल लावलेले आहेत, माउंटेड आहेत, तर त्याच्याबद्दल तुम्ही आम्हाला काही म्हणजे प्रदर्शनामध्ये ते भरवले गेले होते का, आणि तसं असेल तर मग त्याविषयी काही सांगू शकाल?
2007 ला आणि 2007 आणि 8 ला 100 वर्ष झाली होती तेव्हा हे प्रदर्शन भरवलं होतं. आणि माझ्या वडिलांचे भाऊ जे काका देऊसकर यांनी हे सगळं माउंट वगैरे छानपैकी बोर्ड वरती केलेलं होतं. आणि वडिलांनी प्रत्येक फोटोच्या मागे हा कोणाचा फोटो आहे, किती साली काढलेला आहे, हे सर्व लिहिलेलं होतं. त्यामुळे त्यांना देऊसकरांना कुठेही प्रॉब्लेम झाला नाही. त्यांनी बरोबर ते रायटिंग वगैरे करणं जो काही भाग आहे तो त्यांनी केलेला आहे. आणि इतकं सुंदर हे होतं. आणि मला असं वाटलं की म्युझियम सारखी दुसरी जागा नाहीये की ते छान प्रिझर्व केलं जाईल आणि लोकांपर्यंत ते पोहोचवायला, म्हणून मी तुमच्याकडे ते दिले.
नक्कीच, धन्यवाद त्याबद्दल. आमच्याकडे एक अमूल्य ठेवा आलेला आहे. आणि
कारण इतिहास आहे हा.
ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द
सगळे फोटोच्या घेतले नाहीत वेळेमुळे, पण खूप जुने जुने कलाकार लोकांना माहिती नाहीये. खूप मोठ्या दर्जाचे कलाकार होते. हे सर्व धन जे आहे आमचं ते आम्ही म्युझियमला दिले आणि ते छान स्थानी सांभाळलेलं आहे. आता मी एका फोटोग्राफ पाहिजे.
Okay. On behalf of the museum, I would now like to thank the speakers for their wonderful talk. It was a bilingual talk, both in Marathi as well as in English. And we literally traveled through the different decades of history of Marathi theatre. So thank you, Shri Dinesh. Thank you, Shri Gyanesh Pendharkar, and thank you, Shri Pratap Paralkar, for this wonderful talk. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all of the audiences who have joined and have made this event very successful. For the audiences, please visit our website and other social media platforms for information about our latest upcoming events. So thank you very much. Thank you.